so I'm making this off of my pre-calculus Moodle course page, but this is also going to apply to both psychology and AP psychology. So all the classes for Blue Tent, I want to make this video on how to turn in assignments. So you'll see in the pre-course week, there's an assignment called How to Turn in Your Assignments. And I want to make sure you understand why I'm doing this. Blue Tent wants to make sure that they can keep the cost to students as low as possible, and data costs money. So if we have everybody turn in lots of images, I need to see what you're working on. I want to see you talking in videos. There's so many ways in which we need to interact, and it just uses up a lot of data. And if we use your Google Cloud drives or some other cloud drive you have, I'm going to show you how to use Google Cloud, because most of the emails for Blue Tent students are with Google, but you could use other cloud drives as well. The idea here, though, is just that we're not going to submit files onto the course page. We're just going to submit URLs. So I want to show you how to set this up, and it'll also help you start yourself organized for your class. So if I'm in my email and I go up here to these little dots up in the upper right hand corner, there's 9 dots. I'm going to be able to click on my drive. So I'm going to go to drive, and then from my drive, I'm in my drive instead of home, so I went to my drive. I'm going to start organizing my year. So first I'm going to click on a new folder, and I'm going to name it the name of the class. So I'm doing AP Pre-Calc 2026, and that's what I'm calling this. If I was doing AP Psychology, I would put it Psychology, whatever your class name is, and I'm going to create that. And then you can see it popped up right here. And in this, I'm going to even organize myself further. So I'm going to have a new folder, and I'm going to call it Unit 1. And then I'm going to have Unit 1. And then inside of Unit 1, now I want to make the document for the assignment, whatever assignment I'm working on. Make sure you name it according to the assignment. So right now, we're working on how to turn in assignments. So I just copied that so that when I make a new blank document, I am going to call that how to turn in assignments. And I think I have an extra one here, which I don't want. So I just want this one, how to turn in assignments. And so a lot of it's going to be, photos. So if you're working on a page or you're taking a screenshot, whatever it is, it's often going to just come to your desktop. So I have a picture of some other stuff I was working on here. I'm going to just use that for this assignment. So here is the work that you want me to see, right? It might not, obviously this doesn't matter for this first assignment. All I want to see is that you can make a Google Doc and you can share it with me. Now, a lot of times when we're sharing information with people, we just come up here and we just copy this. But to share documents in Google, you don't want to do that. You need to specifically use this share button, and you're going to see right away, you could tell people, but you don't need to do that. What I need you to do is come down here and say anyone with the link can view, and then you copy the link. So now when I want to go, I'm going to become a student for a second, because my page is different than your page. If I was a student and I want to turn in this practicing using Google Docs assignment, right, I click here to add a submission, and you're going to see the only thing you can do is put text here. So I'm going to share that link, and then I'm going to save the changes, and now I'm going to make myself back to me to show you what happens, right? When somebody turns something in, I get to see, oh, look, I turned it in, and then I can just copy this, and then I can see your work, right? So it came up on my computer again, right? So I'm going to be able to see everything that you do. I ask that you not submit, a whole week's worth of work this way. I still want you to divide it up exactly how I've asked on the course page. So everywhere there's an assignment, you're going to have to turn it in, right? And then it'll show you that you have done that. All right, so if there's any questions about how to turn in work, and you can do this, I'll go back one more thing. If I have videos, the same thing, I can upload a video directly to this. I can upload a video to it, and again, I have to make sure that I allow anybody to view the video, and I share the URL. And this way you're not trying to load large files to the course page. All right, if you have any questions on this, please let me know.